Therefore, any ATFO in some bobo na right now, Okatakyie Afrifa ono a journalist edema NPP amembokwa just oba na obekata se Kevin Taylor kasa abatu obi ekoso ewo Afigya Sekyere we kopiem ewo ho achese okopiem no what the boys and as a men eko ho achese gidi pan omakoye wo de money and sese bukachekra right now omachi no edeneko police custody we pese ekmedia before I wish us like a media na share ma unwano onam for inside into NPP hanum Ghana politics avenue eso ebusiafo bo adoma na eda ho so say na political trending news be adetuma sa eso ebetumi akebi na Okatakyie Afrifa ena ene ya channel omode na kotuma chese enya sam ketuma kra omo to aba election time waswa boys bi de na chia chese omokoduru no the ensem fata eno mkoye ama etuo enna etimi pp mo say iwi ekire no Okatakyie Afrifa ena ebusiafo yaswa na yede no kwa akotumi na chese yenim da ebi blocks ene Sunday ebusiafo mo me nkoni nkoti ensem ekos
And I say, Saddam, I say, I know what you can do. 400,000 millions you could be bottom a day. I'm not trying to justify anything here. Listen and listen very well. Millions. They are trying to use this to cover everything that KGL is doing at the NLA. People think we are fools. Who is behind this newspaper? Who is behind this publication? Trying to cover things up? No, it won't work. It won't fly. Yes, it won't fly. Fantastic one. Now, NPP 4 at the Krata said, Justin could be a minu kumei. 2 for our own fat. So we a fantastic brother. 2 for our own fat. 1 children I had. More communication where you are Santa region able to just a cleaners as nationwide a general clean moon to keep part. Montreal. Fede dia na dia ba mo se mobeko. Man ye nyina. Ya ma mo fro nwatwe mo bon ma anya hwe. Ana Ghana fo ato abetia mo. Yo mama o onyanya mfie mienu munya no onye nadwuma. Obi bia obeyi uti. Obi bia obeyi uti. Sa wo ba be ye ne ma bone de tia o ma wei. Ni ko form vigilante no ho nyina no. Mo make sure se mra ye adwuma o Ghana ha. Mra no so e ba mra ne be ye adwuma. the rule of law no ɛbɛyɛ adwuma wɔ Ghana ha yɛtena ɔma sɛbe nkurasefo biara mfa ɔma we nkɔto baabi ne si yɛkɔ yɛn stay focus na ɛnyɛ adwuma. Fantastic one. If it must be done, it must be done well. I mean, near Koyanim. Onumanya for a Julius Debra. Yamame and Ra Professor Gina no Pukwa Nana Jino Pukwa Jimai, Vice President of the Republic. We join a year Penifum Mutumi Lanje, a year citizen experience. A research for superior public and civil service delivery, co-authored by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra, and Professor Robert U. Henson. Na book no, mo nsɛm ne course we nyina me pese ye gibre na yetie ne course we dwumadi na se.
Every nation occasionally arrives at a moment when it must pause, reflect, and ask difficult questions about how it serves its people. Ghana may well be approaching such a moment. The launch of this important book, Citizen Experience, a research for superior public and civil service delivery, is part of that national conversation.
We have gathered to speak about the meaning of government in the daily life of its ordinary citizen. The presence of Her Excellency, the Vice President. Your presence here means a great deal to us, not only because this subject sits at the center of the research agenda, but because your own journey has reset the imagination of a nation.
I want to thank the organizers, especially our Honorable Julius Debra and the co-author, for this kind invitation to be with all of you here today. Even as our government has asked Ghanaians to entrust us with the mandate to reset our country and its institutions, we recognize that a reset is not achieved through slogans alone. This book argues that the repeated experiences of citizens and institutions become the true face of Ghana's public service. The authors didn't simply tell us that our public and civil service must improve. Beyond a diagnosis, they provide options for reform. The book directs us to design strategy around citizens, restructure their journey, invest in frontline officers, and measure successes by the experiences of people. I commend this book to those who care about the quality of public service in our beloved Ghana. It does not claim to have all the answers or that the work ahead is uncomplicated, but it asks difficult questions and offers practical ideas that deserve serious consideration. Again, I want to congratulate our Chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Debra, and Professor Henson on this timely contribution to the discussion of public sector reform. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to formally launch Citizen Experience, a research for superior public and civil service delivery. I want to thank you all for your kind attention. Consider the book duly launched.
Perfedi fekeke monyam for Julius Debra kantinka wudi Chief of Staff man yefe. Chief of Staff we busy timinya da je sa transes atwere book. Enopoku ya yefumpa. Mame yame fa okrensi no wa Ghana japade wa Ghana asset kese pa papa no yame no enini yese ya asida kese koma na boafo etaye che de dwumadi Ebrew Safari Valley Eco Resort Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center doc bibia boko de award winner ankasa wo eye prostate mo champion one ankasa akwaje free Kigali eye Rwanda de abayeda wase Jumadi kese bi ekoso ewo Ministry of Communication Honorable Sam George na ye cross over ni akwakofa eye bibia life de abro ye ba onimunya for tawi aboaten na mobete nka na menua eye list we na kwasipoko omone penefo na emini ombedi dwumadi no ye na ho ni Ministry of Communication ye be ba enche.
He subsequently held several meetings to deliberate and deliver on the mandate as spelled out in the terms of reference. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from the outset, when I informed His Excellency that we were setting up this committee, he defined it for me and said that this will not be a routine assignment. The committee was therefore tasked with examining complex technical, financial, operational, and institutional issues that required careful analysis and extensive stakeholder engagements. Let me be quick to say that I've enjoyed all the funds that have been given, but the funds are really not mine. They belong to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who has sat in this chair and has guided my hand along this path with every single minute detail of how this should be executed. And so to His Excellency, we say thank you. As the committee progressed with its work, it became necessary to review detailed technical and financial submissions, validate information received from stakeholders, and accommodate further consultation to ensure that different perspectives were adequately considered. Consequently, an emergency meeting was held on Thursday, 14th March 2026 to assess the progress and determine the way forward. In recognition of this assignment, the ministry approved an extension of the committee's timelines, which were supposed to be end of June, to ensure that the committee was afforded sufficient time to complete a thorough and credible piece of work capable of supporting informed decision-making. One of the most encouraging outcomes of this process has been the spirit of collaboration demonstrated by all stakeholders, and I think you all deserve a round of applause. Staff from the ministry, regulators, public broadcasters, private broadcasters, and technical partners have each brought unique perspectives to the table. I've gotten complaints from every single one of them along the line. Everybody had a problem with the process, but we trusted the process, and here we are today. Ebenezer, thus far, the Lord has brought us. This collaborative approach reflects the maturity of our broadcasting sector and demonstrates that lasting solutions are best achieved through partnership, transparency, and mutual respect. Allow me, therefore, to express the ministry's sincere appreciation to the chairperson of the committee and every member of the committee for the dedication, professionalism, and diligence demonstrated throughout this assignment. Let me pause to say that wherever our departed sister, Gloria, is, her heart will be gladdened by this achievement. The ministry also extends its gratitude to the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, KNET Limited, the National Communications Authority, the National Media Commission, the Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, and all stakeholder institutions whose active participation and technical contributions have enriched the committee's work. The report being presented today represents an important milestone. It marks the beginning of the next phase of the government's efforts to strengthen the governance and sustainability of our DTT platform. The ministry will carefully study the committee's findings and recommendations and engage the relevant stakeholders as appropriate before taking decisions on the implementation of the proposed measures. You can be rest assured, even before the ministry takes concrete policy decision, I'll issue a white paper that will be shared with all members of the DTT committee for us to have consensus going forward. The objective will be to establish a governance and operational framework that will be transparent, equitable, financially sustainable, and capable of supporting continued investment and innovation within Ghana's broadcasting sector. Ultimately, the success of the DTT platform must be measured by its technical performance and its ability to provide reliable broadcasting services, to promote our media pluralism, and to support local content development. Support local content development and ensure that all Ghanaians continue to benefit from accessible, high-quality, free-to-air television services. Once again, my thanks goes to the Director General of the GBC. Prof, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And this one is not a political pipeline. Political pipeline, there you never see the end of it. This one, there's light. You see the light. To Chǎ0s, our technical partners, and to Giba for all your support and for the live telecast of this as a sign of your goodwill and support for the intent to develop the cost-sharing model that we have built for the DTT platform. Your dedication, expertise, and collaborative spirit.
Nyankopon unsure bibi ojibre hedge mediwi. Dan da se ne political trending news bi ana elko eba. Ya de pense eba bremo ya berafo and ya tifo ha and bremo mo kwan se memfa unsi. Like you made in the share among your answers into me keeping my crown.